Imagine winning a world title only to be told that you and the rest of the big names in your sport have been banned. Well, it's happened in darts. 16 of the world's top players have just been told that they're now barred from all official tournaments.
The growing rift between the world's top darts players and those who run the sport has reached breaking point. Essentially, it's a row over television coverage, or as the players see it, the lack of it. This was the first televised tournament staged by the newly formed World Darts Council, a breakaway organisation set up by the top players in an attempt to increase TV coverage. The hitherto all-powerful British darts organisation were incensed when the WDC players threatened to boycott next year's official World Championship and staged their own version instead. The list of rebels now banned by the BDO makes impressive reading. As well as John Lowe, also suspended from all official competition from internationals down to county and Super League matches are Eric Bristow, Phil Taylor, Bob Anderson, Dennis Priestley, Jockey Wilson and Suffolk's Keith Deller, all of them former world champions and all fully aware that without TV coverage, their profile and therefore earning potential has suffered.
But we don't think that the blame is all at the BDO. We're just saying that the problem is darts on TV. This is the real problem. I mean, there's no kidding ourselves. Without any TV, any sport's finished.
To level the match. Wants double top. Well, I don't know what's happening there. There's a massive draft by just reading the players' reactions. I'm sure that's why AD missed the double by that far.
There is a door where they're looking. There is a big door as well. If someone's just whisked that open at the wrong time, there will be a draft. The stairs going down to the players' room, that's where that is. And that's going to be a question of his concentration, Wade, isn't it? Because he's got two darts and he's got to come back straight for tops.
What an inopportune time for this to happen to AD. This is for the set. Oh, that was a great dart. I've got to say, I don't think he'd have missed that if all the shenanigans hadn't gone on. But is this the luck James Wade needed for this set?
Well, now he says, I'm not throwing with that breeze coming across. Well, I've never seen the like of it. Not in a World Championship semi-final.
Shark is struggling in shallow waters.
It's a great comeback by Velga, but it's been a disappearing act from Colin Lloyd, hasn't it? Well, I tell you what. Well, Lloyd is in danger of absolutely imploding up there. Well, you cannot do that, John.
No.
No matter how frustrated you are, you cannot do that. And he must know that. But that just shows, well, I don't think I've ever seen that before on a big stage.
I've never seen that before. The board actually physically attacked by the player. And that will come back to haunt him in more ways than one. It's not for me now to elaborate on that. But Colin Lloyd has to refocus on his attentions here and get on with the game.
121.
He doesn't have to throw until he's absolutely sure.
I totally agree. I just think that why did Adrian Lewis throw when he wasn't happy? Should never have thrown.
Well, Wade wants double 10. Double 10 it is, and has Adrian Lewis's chance in this match and in this set got with the wind.
And most of Holland will be waving, Sid, in delight.
100.
There was just one glitch. We've had a glitch here. Glitch here. Marconi hits it underneath in the dark. Fantastic! A $9 run even with the lights out. Sensation.
Still a lot of chit-chat going on stage about the draft or perceived draft, and they are heading off stage. The players are departing the scene. They're departing the stage. Lewis and Wade have got off. And, well, one can only assume is that because they believe conditions are not fit for play.
In the required 20.
As Lynchgold stomps back to the back of the oche, 2 10s for Osborne. Yes, 3-1 then. That'll make him feel good. Well, Ross Bray has inadvertently given the legs to Jaws. Colin Lloyd. My goodness. Well, Osborne can see the funny side.
That's tournament director Tommy Cox. He's trying to urge the players to get on with it. We're hearing 3 darts each, and then they've got to resume play. Now,
it should affect them that much during the game.
Well, Wayne, you've been in 5 world semi-finals. This is a world semi-final. Well, Lewis, I mean, if I was Wayne, I'd just carry on. I would carry on because I think Lewis has gone. And Wade can put him out of this tournament double quick. Wade just thinks, I'm going to get on with it.
One player refuses to carry on. He forfeits the game. Now we're looking the other side. There's a draft coming from the other side now. Well, this is slightly farcical. And AD is now arguing with Bruce Spenley.
To the finish.
180.
Oh ja?
Check
Nee,
140.
Philips die corrigeert. Mooi hoofd ook, oeps.
Here's Tommy Cox.
Let's see what Tommy's got to say, or hear what Tommy's got to say. Tommy Cox is now taking the air, so to speak, up on the stage. He's checking the breeze and he's now on his way off. Well, Wade still not happy. Tommy Cox isn't happy. That's Matt Porter he's talking to. He's the chief executive of the Professional Darts Corporation.
John McGowan here, 66 years of age tomorrow.
And, well, the master showman over there on board too. Wayne Marble feeling the heat and going native. One thing for sure, he won't throw the towel in.
Good old Wayne baby, but far from a baby this man, John McGowan.
140.
Putting in a great effort. I know he's 2-0 down, but he's had...
Well, Tommy Cox, we understand, is telling both players that he's happy to take them off stage while they try and isolate the problem and get that sorted. But bear in mind, it's 11:20 at night, and it's going to be a fact that the World Championship semi-final and the World Championship final are going to be played on the same day now. No doubt about it, this is going to be played well into what is now tomorrow, this game. This is going to run into the early hours.
Lead of 84 for Taylor is more than useful unless he gets another treble. He's done it! 140 from Calaby. This is unbelievable stuff. Now Taylor's got to get this over the top. As Sid would say, he's got to stack now, otherwise he'll stack for good as far as this competition's concerned. 145, it is for the match. It's not out of the question. It would be the top checkout so far this week.
It's on. It's on.
Double 14
for the match. Oh, Taylor's gone. Taylor is out. The power has been switched off in Dublin in the biggest shock in the history of darts from Andy Calaby. Remember the name.
Remember the name, Calaby. The Whiz Beach Wonder has caused the biggest shock for years and years and years.
There is Sarah, his girlfriend. She's nearly in tears. The whole place is rocking in Dublin. Phil Taylor is out. This has been the night of all nights.
An average for Calaby of 91.26, and 3 out of every 4 darts to finish.
Well, I think for this next set we could see a little bit of a ropey set before they can get the momentum back, the adrenaline going. But this is an absolute crucial set for AD.
Relief that we're back on. And if he answers here with a ton.
Well, I have to say that
it's brilliant. Adrian Lewis, fantastic.
Absolutely brilliant from Adrian Lewis. And the darts went in perfectly. There weren't no airflow coming across them darts.
Let's head back to our commentators.
Breathing is forgiven there. It's the 104. To stay at treble 18 this time. Yes, he does. What a spectacular way to win a match this could be. Got the treble 20 last time at this. Not this time.
100. Jamie required 50.
Will he go for tops again? Well,
Game shown 17th.
yeah, double 16 it was. He was thinking about going for tops, but after missing those darts, he decided, no way, Jose. Peter Rock won the first game. Beat Robert Thornton. It's currently 3-all here. 57 for Phil. 72. He's miscounted. Phil Taylor has miscounted. He's bust. He's taken out 139. It's catching. You can look at all you like, Phil. You've miscounted, my man.
Well, 57 left 72, 50 therefore left 22.
And the irony is that Gary Anderson wants exactly the same shot. 57 ball 32. Go on, Gary. They sent this out. That's a little bit of a silly move. Always go for the check out. Do not give your opponent the outside chance.
The gamble paid off, but only just. He wasn't far away, was he?
34.
He's put pressure on the shot from Peter Wright.
32.
Snake bite here to double his lead. Wow.
16.
He cannot believe that he's missed. I'm sure Phil Taylor can't. Taylor here to level up.
Well, if any double on the dartboard has caused Phil Taylor more trouble, it's
Game shot.
I had the graphic a little bit wrong there. I apologise for that. It was double 15 he wanted.
I reckon, you know, that he did need 32.
Dan komt Zuid-Afrika. Peterson, 61, voor een halve finale plaats. Mist de boel. 49 over. Een 17 en dubbel 16. Hij verrekent zich.
Dat is een 7.
Hij verrekent zich. Hij verrekent zich.
51.
Hij verrekent zich. Hij staat te juichen op het podium, Peterson. Hij staat te juichen op het podium, Peterson. Hij denkt dat hij dubbel 16 over heeft en gooit hem. Maar heeft 42 over. Burnett maakt er gebruik van. Ongelooflijk, wat een anticlimax voor Zuid-Afrika hier. En nu is het even niet genieten voor Devin Peterson. Deze meneer is voor Wales, dat was eerder al duidelijk. Burnett inderdaad toch de man die Wales naar de halve finale brengt. Afscheid van Zuid-Afrika.
Misschien wat doen in deze set nog. Waarin hij toch kansloos leek omdat hij op 2-0 achterkwam. En zo zie je maar weer. Alles is mogelijk. Ja, en hij vergeet nu dat we in Dublin zijn. En dat je dus met een dubbel moet beginnen. Nou goed, hij herstelt het wel.
Well, if you're in that black zone when you're the guy throwing that to lead going. Well, that's an amazing effect. He's forgotten about the double. Hard to say who was in the right, who was in the wrong, but at this level, you really ought to concentrate on the game.
James Wade, and he will fight. Also, will start believing again. he can win this set, despite the fact in legs it's actually 11-5 to Michael van Gerwen. But one more leg for James Wade here as van Gerwen hits a magnificent 7-180. Just goes to show the big difference with set play. Wade wins a leg here, and only one set in it.
But doesn't that illustrate the point I was making? Wade wins 2 legs on the trot, denies Van Gerwen a shot at double 11, and suddenly it awakens him. It awakens the young man to quite brilliant moments. 6 darts in the requisite trebles, and 1-4-4 for the 9-dart finish.
Well, 6 perfect darts against Adrian Lewis in one leg, 7 perfect darts in another leg. It's on. Double 12. Magnificent Michael van Gerwen, who raises the roof with a 9-darter in a World Championship semi-final.
Blackpool in July, London in December. Van Gerwen does it again.
And here he goes again. Oh, astonishing. He's hit 12 perfect darts. Would you believe? Do you know, we talked about it an hour ago, John. We speculated that it was very possible tonight.
And nobody has ever struck 9 darters in successive legs, but this man now, suddenly from nowhere, produces magic, the like of which we may have never seen or ever see again. 141, he's on again, it's on again, double 12, oh, I don't believe it. 18 almost perfect darts, 17 we saw, and that would have been a moment of rare sporting genius revealed.
Breathtaking. Got to finish it now. We've still got to win the leg, and he does. Well, here we go. Here's what makes it even more remarkable.
Nadat hij Ted Henke heeft gebroken in de vorige leg met een 11-darter. Kijk, hier gaat Henke dus in op het publiek dat heel vervelend bezig was tegen Henke. Maar er moet wel bijgezet worden dat Henke zich daar vooral aan ging ergeren op het moment dat hij 2-0 in sets achter stond. Het gebeurde in de eerste wedstrijd ook al. En dan reageert Henke zoals Henke dat altijd doet. Die gooit de darts naar het bord zonder ze te mikken. En dan is dit de reactie van Ted Henke. Daar reageert het publiek dan nog veel meer op. Dan gaan er nog wat geld worden richting de zaal.
They put him off. What did he make of it?
Yeah, I mean, at the time, I mean, he'd already thrown the dart before he said something to Adrian, but it looked like, if you look the way he reached on that, it looked like it affected his throw. And he actually said, what Adrian was saying, I could hear your darts clicking together. Which, to be honest, I've never known AD do that. He's not there's a few players that do it. But I think a lot of it, Richie should really have been in the match, and it was frustration, and you know, they had their handbags and moved on, you know, and to be honest, he inspired Adrian in that last leg, and he played well the last couple of legs, but Richie wasn't having none of it. You know, a lot of it's probably frustration.
Volgens mij heeft uit mijn hoofd is daar een systeembeheerder of iets dergelijks. Hij krijgt ook van zijn werkgever, wordt hij deels gesponsord om dit soort toernooien te kunnen spelen. Volgens mij in de vorm van vrije dagen.
Ah, dat is wel mooi. Ja. Daar moet je het wel een beetje van hebben natuurlijk. Hè. Hij is trouwens geboren in Overijssel.
Terwijl er wel wat gebeurt op het podium.
Ja?
Ja.
Want Adams, die is niet blij.
Nee, ze staan op stand-up if you love the darts. Heel gebruikelijk bij de PDC-toernooien. Maar Adams, die is van de oude stempel, die houdt er niet van. En die heeft het publiek gevraagd om stil te zijn. Ja, en dan krijg je dat boegeroep.
Ja.
Hij zoekt nu de confrontatie op met het publiek. En ik weet niet of dat slim is.
Ik denk dat het publiek nu nog meer voor Veenstra is, eerlijk gezegd.
Ja, dat weet ik wel zeker. Wel even pijnlijk hoor. Ja, je krijgt ze echt niet stil.
Maar wat gaat hij dan doen, uiterlijk? Gaat hij wel door of zal hij zo stoppen?
Nou ja.
Is dat een type die dat kan doen?
Ja, hij is dat toen in staat. Maar je krijgt de mensen niet stil. Dus daar is geen oplossing voor.
Maar hij irriteert zich mateloos aan het publiek. Die nu bij elke gooi meeschreeuwen. Kijk.
Dames en heren, ik heb gevraagd de spelers allebei het respect wat ze verdienen. Dankjewel.
Scheidsrechter doet nu goed. Vraagt of het publiek respect wil hebben voor beide spelers.
Be world champ 5-7 times.
I've never seen anything like that in the last 25 years of me playing professional darts. Some people say arrogance of youth. I thought it was true class.
Not the only legs that have to be held in here. There'll be sword dance and two double topsits. What a shot! He looked away. What a flash! Adrian looked. He looked away as he threw it. That's far too flash. Adrian looked away. Watch what he did. That is mad. I've seen him do that with 180s. Tried two double tops. He looked away. You can't against the world champion.
Can Adrian Lewis, just in his early 20s, still learning this game. He's got the talent and he's done it again.
That's daft. That is nonsense, Adrian. Double 18. Double 19, double 18. Gets that double 18 for a bell. Oh, magic! What an escape! He looked away again. Well, Adrian was looking away as the dart went in. That's the third time in this match.
And we go to a sudden death shootout.
Ladies and gentlemen, 11th and final leg. It's Christo de Ververs. Game on.
For the ball. Yep. Not a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, the dart has to be retrieved.
They're throwing for the ball. Paul Hinks here.
I think Wes is possibly asking that he should have gone for the bullseye first. Is that what he's asking?
Well, Reyes should have the first dart at the ball. A little bit of confusion here. Well, are they playing on? Well, I'm not sure. I think Paul Hinks here is saying play on.
105.
Well, what happened there, I think Paul Hinks said that Reyes to throw first, he had the darts, and play on. Rod.
81.
I suppose of all the people, I should know the rules as well, Stuart. But I'm a little bit baffled. I have to say, I thought that once we went to a tiebreaker, you went for the bullseye. It happened in the World Championship final when Barney played Phil Taylor, the last leg decider.
$99.
Well, I think they're going to have to. I think they're going to have to start again here.
The match has reached 5 legs all. We'll start this last leg again.
Yeah, I think Paul Hinks there, the referee, may have got it wrong. They do throw for the ball first. Well, this is real drama here. Reyes and Wes Newton there thought they were playing to a finish in a deciding leg. And they will throw for the ball first. Well, real confusion here. Real confusion, but we will throw for the ball now. We will start again.
to 25.
Reyes gets to 25, as he did a minute or two ago. All adds to the drama. So Reyes will throw first in a decider. Well, after all that, the most important thing is that we've got it right.
Absolutely, Stuart.
Phil Taylor must have thought his chance had gone, and well, he looks the coolest man in the place at the moment. He wants double 11. Hart had 3 darts and a double to defeat the 12 times world champion. Quite astounding.
You wouldn't believe it. He wants double 11 for a level game. Here we go. He was 7-1 down. He looked dead and buried, and now he will throw first in the deciding leg. What an amazing series of scores. Pot is saying it's out of order. Pot is saying it's out of order. Taylor, I think, is in dodgy ground taking this break. I don't think it's been sanctioned. Meanwhile, we can recap what he did. He averaged 115 in the first 9. He's on 99.3. Pot is steaming! Steaming, Dave.
Well, Taylor is back here. It's a moment of some controversy, but there are the figures, and it represents one of the really great comebacks of all time in darts.
No score.
En dan mist hij ook nog zijn eerste 3 darts. Hij kan zomaar een pak melkzuur kijken vanaf 100 meter afstand, James Wade. Schudt het ook? Nee. Het is weg. Er leek helemaal niets aan de hand.
77. No score.
En nog maar een keer 3 daarnaast. Nou, er is ook iets echt niet goed met James Wade. Hey, kijk, dit ziet er ook echt niet goed uit. Wat is er mis met James Wade? Die ziet er ineens wel heel ziek uit. En dat kan niet alleen van de darten zijn. Helemaal wit weggetrokken is hij. En hij is er echt wel klaar mee. Maar hij moet de wedstrijd afmaken. Sowieso. Maar kijk eens. Het verschil tussen 1,5-2 legs geleden en nu is wel heel erg groot.
Colin, you require 124.
Wat is er mis met Wade? Daar gaan we naar op zoek voor u natuurlijk. Als de wedstrijd afgelopen is. Het ziet er in ieder geval niet best uit voor Wade. En Osborne, die kansloos achter stond. En toen bleek er nog weinig aan de hand met Wade. Gaat deze wedstrijd winnen. Wade is er helemaal klaar mee.
34. Colin, you require 40.
En Osborne. Ja, hij ziet dit krijgt hij ook nog die hoon over zich heen. Dat verdient hij zeker niet. Tweevoudig winnaar hier. En ziet er echt niet fris uit meer, James Wade. Osborne voor tops. En de overwinning. Nou, dubbel 10. En die gaat erin en zo wint Colin Osborne. Gezegd dat 2 spelers zijn die het best lastig hebben de laatste maanden. En voor wie dit dus een hele belangrijke partij is. En dat klopt natuurlijk nog steeds. En het lijkt erop dat Chisnell dan ook wel een lode last van zijn schouders afgooit hoor. Als hij deze kan winnen.
Ja, en hoe vaak hebben de heren in deze wedstrijd elkaar ook niet gebroken? Onvoorstelbaar.
Heel vaak. Je kunt maar aankijken wat je wil, maar dat houdt mijn collega altijd bij normaal gesproken de breaks.
Ik ben geen collega van je, Jacques. Nee, maar het is gewoon veel. Het is enorm.
Ja. Ja, ook nu weer 2 trippels. Dan ben je wel lekker op weg hoor.
2 keer 140 heeft het momentum goed te pakken. En de ogen van Nicholson zijn al rood aan het worden. Hij heeft ergens enorm veel moeite mee.
Nou, inderdaad zeg.
100. Oh, dit kost hem ook nog een boete.
Ah, hij is echt...
ja, hij is helemaal verslag.
En ik heb geen idee waar dat nu vandaan komt.
Nee, ik moet je ook het antwoord schuldig blijven. Natuurlijk kun je er ziek van zijn als je minder
speelt.
Dit
is niet...
Dit is een andere emotie.
Ja. Maar dit heb ik toch ook nog nooit gezien op het podium tijdens een wedstrijd.
Maar goed, 121 voor de wedstrijd voor Chisnell. Nog niet op dit moment. Maar de voorsprong is ruim in de lek. En ja, wij zijn eigenlijk op dit moment meer bezig met wat er aan de hand is met Nicholson.
Ja, wij zijn niet de enige, want ook de regisseur heeft het duidelijk in beeld.
Ja, het is niet alleen het verliezen of het te gooien, onmogelijk.
Niet. 68 voor Chisnell is wel voor de wedstrijd natuurlijk. Daar moeten we ons ook op concentreren. Geen idee ook of Chisnell in de gaten heeft wat er aan de hand is. 68 in ieder geval.
Dat zullen we zien als de wedstrijd voorbij is of Chisnell het door heeft. Dubbel 16.
Eerste matchdart is gemist. Kan Nicholson het nog ombuigen? 160 is veel. Dan heb je 2 keer triple 20 voor nodig.
Ja, hij zal niet blijven missen, Chisnell. Ook hij probeert zich echt af te sluiten.
Het is een hele vreemde wedstrijd geworden. De partij tussen Dave Chisnell en Paul Nicholson. Met een heel vreemd, emotioneel einde. Met name bij Nicholson. Chisnell wint de partij met 10-8. Hij zit in de tweede ronde.
For the set! As his fans go berserk. He wants fat 20. Lovely mark of that dart. Oh, in the barrel!
They require 110. Well, Taylor on 110 to nick it. You can see how speculative model looks here. Taylor on 110. Still a possibility. Might go ball, might go 18s. Model will be back.
The dart, just lifted.
Where you require 20.
For a fantastic set on the wire. Half the crowd thought it was in. Harry Houdini couldn't get in here. Unlucky.
Well, I can't believe it, can they? Both players have had darts to win the set, but now It is Philip Taylor on double top. He is normally ruthless in this kind of situation.
Oh, the flight dog, whether he can pull it into the single. His hand's shaking. Oh, his hand's shaking like a tambourine player. Fantastic atmosphere. Natalie's in tears already.
Well, thank you. We really would not have scripted this. Double 10. That is the number. That is the marker.
Same marker. Double 5 for the set. Pulled. Incredible.
Failure required 40.
People bouncing up like jackrabbits on springs.
7 darts models missed at doubles, and now here's Taylor back again. And he's too high. Surely, surely, surely he can't miss again.
Surely he can where the flights are, dear. This is difficult.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
When you require 5.
Double 2. It's blocked the bed. Still a chance. Hit the barrel. I've seen no like this. Incredible.
Double trouble. And they both realise that this is getting to be just a little farcical.
Does anybody up there? 100,000 quid. Tops. Philip. Or knees will be slapped. It's Groundhog Day to same lie. Oh, incredible. It's gone the wrong way.
No score.
I don't believe it.
Well,
When you require 4.
yeah, you're quite right, Sydney. They don't want to win this one, do they?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Double 2 for Model.
It would look daft at the dog and duck. But it's the World Championship. Madhouse. Burst
No
it.
score. Failure required 40.
And I make that the 11th dart that Marvel's missed. So Taylor's missed 3,
Thank you,
so I
ladies
think
and
8. Just quite unbelievable. Can't go on.
Not 20 darts at doubles between these two. Two of the best in the world. At last the result. It was like watching elephants think about mating. Incredible. Taylor, one set up.
Double 3. Getting closer.
No score.
But not close enough. And a real chance for Ted Hankey here in a scrappy leg to steal the victory with the throw. Well, astonishing.
Well, I can only assume that slipped. He's going for the big 16. Slipped off the end of his fingers. Well, he didn't learn his lesson, did he? Looks up to the gods and thinks, what's happening?
21. Marking requires 6.
It's no good rubbing your eye, Ted.
Splits it, double what he needs now.
4. Ted requires
Ted
35.
Hankey is a world champion that has been involved in more sub-par games than I've ever seen. He's got a habit of winning them. He wins bad games. It's a good trait to have. That is 27, Ted, not 25. That's just incredible.
11. Marking required 2.
So, Van Gerwen now with the 25th dart of the leg. Finally, Van Gerwen takes the first leg of the match.
Second leg, Michael.
And that, at times, Ray, without wishing to be too critical, was painful viewing.
An amazing leg.
100.
Ted is still rubbing his eye. I do hope there's not a problem. I made a bit of a joke about it, and I apologise, Ted.
Quite clearly an issue there. Well, Hankey has problems here.
He's got a massive problem.
Yeah, is he asking to go off here?
I'm not sure he can continue, Nigel. This is bad.
Yeah. Major problem with the left eye. And Michael Van Gerwen can only focus on his own game. But quite clearly, Ted Hankey has a major problem here.
Oh, Michael Van Gerwen, incredibly, is orchestrating the crowd, singing "There's Only One Ted Hankey." As he feels comfortable enough up there that he's going to sew this up. And Ted clearly got a problem with that eye.
So Van Gerwen looking to pile on the agony, I guess. Will Taylor finally stagger over the winning line.
Into treble 20 now, 16 for double 16. He's not been that efficient on 32, but when he needed it most, he got it. Bill Taylor beat Trayman van Barneveld in the World Championship semi-final, where he will now meet Michael Van Gerwen on New Year's Day. Barney looked beaten, 5-1 down. He put up a great fight. Not happy. Shenanigans happening on stage.
If there are mind games going on up there, Peter Manley is winning hands down. He's winning on the scoreboard as well.
Well, a lot of people in the crowd thought that was in, and Manley himself did. Now, whether that's gamesmanship or whether he genuinely thought it was in, it is right on the wire, and from where he's standing, it might well have looked in all fairness. It wasn't, and now Lewis has a chance of getting tops. He gets it, breaks the throw, and now throwing for the set.
Well, Kimberley was happy. Adrian Lewis having a word with Russ Bray. Peter Manley refusing to make eye contact. The referee, Russ Bray, is having his work cut out on the stage.
The best of order, please.
Words certainly being exchanged. He's the master of the mind games, Peter Manley. A word said there. Lewis has turned round, and now Lewis is walking off. Well, I think he's just walking off here just to cool down. Now this is very, very interesting. Manley and Lewis at each other's throats as far as the darts are concerned, but also as far as the mind games are concerned. And we can see outside the commentary box here, Adrian Lewis has walked off to cool himself down. He's having a sip of water, and Peter Manley is going nowhere.
Stuart, whatever else has gone on that stage, one thing one can be certain about is that it seemed to me that just as Adrian Lewis was about to take his throw, Peter Manley spoke and said something, presumably to the referee, and Adrian Lewis was then forced to step back and further then take action the way he has by leaving the stage.
Well, I can tell you that Russ Bray, the referee, is having a word with Adrian Lewis backstage. Lewis is clearly upset. He's coming back now. Of course, he's about to step up and throw for the set, but Russ Bray was forced to go backstage, and well, out he comes again. Adrian Lewis is back on the stage. No eye
Wales have completely ignored each other. Lewis looking over to his family, looking for some sort of support.
Down because of those missed starts. We have a level match. Sometime, well, it feels right, doesn't it? Goal.
Well, I've seen it all now. I have literally seen everything now.
Just when Gary Anderson would have thought that his luck has changed. 60-60, and then the third dart hits the first two, knocks them out, 0 scored. That is so rare.
He's followed it with a 180.
And so now these opening darts of critical importance. Got to get away, got to get away.
Oh, going further away, further away.
No score.
Here we go then. Jenks has walked away like a gunfighter in Tombstone, just checking that the hammer is cocked on the Colt 45. He is poison.
And he knows how important these 3 darts are. If he can get the start, he's won back the throw, and he has, and that is just what he was dreaming about. Jubilation in Cosham.
80.
And if Dudbridge misses with these 3s, well, he knows his chance may have gone. Not the best opening throw. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear! Against Andy Smith, Adrian Lewis and Colin Osborne in the World Championship. Jenks held it cool. Held it cool. All he's thinking, Brissiao spotter, Brissiao expert, says, just plant one bit of the red, son. Don't swing sideways, son. That's the necessary, son.
85.
And Dudbridge has given him a 6-start start in the leg, which will decide the match. Might even be more. Oh, you're having a nightmare. It's not just a mare, it's a super mare.
If he had a hedgehog in his hands and aimed it at the bull, it would probably bounce out for a match about another 8 inspired darts. Use the marker in the treble 1. Brilliant.
120.
When you miss 9 darts at a double, that is the greatest recipe for heartbreak in this discipline.
120.
Been a flying start now, but really now, if Jenkins doesn't miss his doubles, he has to be home and in the quarter-final. He can only lose it by his own carelessness.
Absolutely well put, David Lanning, as usual. The doyen of diction on darts. Too high. Has to go big time on big trebles. One more shakes the pot. Unlucky.
And you require 150.
He could finish here, but he doesn't have to.
Unlucky last dart. Shows true composure, that. They're loving it.
And Dudbridge has come charging after him, but the effort may well still be too late.
Oh, fast 180! What a time! What a match! But it could be too late. Match point 1. Match point 2 for the Cosham kids. Top of the shop to end a blinder. The Redbits. Still on left.
36.
Well, if Mark Dudbridge can check out this 101, remember, he needed 10 darts to start. It would represent one of the very great comebacks in this discipline.
Be a Lazarus job. Double 12, I don't believe it. What a match! What a match! He does a Linford Christie. He's jumping like a mad bullfrog. He came from nowhere. Jenks wanted 250 when he wanted 501. Dave Lennon, we've seen it all.
But now narrow its margins, but a miss is as good as a mile. Particularly when Phil Taylor is sat there on a potential 2-dot, although that is a nasty miss. He's still got to find himself a treble, which he has done. And Phil Taylor now looking at double 12.
And the flag. Phil Taylor. The flag. Phil
It didn't look in at first, did it? Really didn't, I have to say. I thought Russ had called that wrong, but it's just where we're sat in the camera angle. Phil Taylor takes a 3-1 lead.
And police were called to a darts championship in Melbourne overnight after chaos broke out in the crowd. The international event at Etihad Stadium turned pretty ugly at around 9 o'clock. Hundreds of rowdy spectators started throwing furniture. Witnesses claim the mayhem quickly escalated into fighting, but police say they have not received any reports of violence.
That's it. That's a sure way to. Let's get the action on the way, folks. You can't help the odd child, I'm afraid. Let's sit back, relax, and let's get the action right on the way. The final is here.
.3 could be beaten now. Taylor going to new areas. 102.7 possible average if he gets tops. That might just dip below his best ever. Double 10. He needs to just brush the barrel for the match.
For the match, yes, Taylor shakes hands with Mason. Mason and Taylor have words there. Something is awry, but not with Phil Taylor. He's in the quarterfinals now.
It's nasty and it's not nice, you know. During the match he's arguing with the crowd, it's not nice. Even at the end then he effed and blind at me when he shook my hand. It's not nice, I don't like it, and it's not no need for it.
You wouldn't seriously walk away from the game though because of this, would you?
Why not? Because it's filth. You know, you don't want that with the crowd, that's just filth. And it's not allowed, it's not nice, and I don't like it.
This crowd have a lot of respect for you, there's a lot of affection towards
Dave,
you, Phil.
I'll tell you now, hand on heart, I ain't put it with them. I've had enough of it. I'm not going to stand up there anymore and people say the things that they're saying to me because I'm good at what I do. You don't get it. They don't get it.
What would you like to see happen to Chris Mason now? Would you like to see him fined or a ban or what?
They're booing you now, not me. It's nothing to do with me. We've got a governing body who do a fantastic job. I swore tonight on TV, fine me. I'll pay the fine and apologise. I'll treble it and give it to a children's charity. When I swore it was wrong. Give away with it. But if you want a professional darts corporation, do something about it.
Lloyd will have long yet to come back in, but if I was a Lloyd fan I'd be worried because he does not seem to give it that extra gear that we all know Taylor can in the middle. Remember, you were 7-7 with Taylor in Blackpool last year, and Taylor ran away from there and won it. Lloyd's got to get going from the very start.
I'd just like to say that for all the so-called analysts beforehand that keep writing me off over and over again, I am the world number one. I am the World Grand Prix champion. I'm now in the Premier League of darts. How about giving me a little bit of respect? Sid, I should say. How about giving me a little bit of respect? Don't keep writing me off.
Sid was referring at the beginning of the programme to the fact that he thought that Peter Manley might cause an upset. And actually, Colin, he is entitled.
I'm sorry. I mean,
he's entitled to an opinion.
He says they don't come out of the blocks. Jesus Christ! The first 5 legs,
something like that.
I must have hit about 5 180s. What does he want me to do? 4-9 darters and jump around like a clown?
But he is allowed an opinion as to how it's going to go.
He's allowed an opinion, but give me a little bit of credit and a little bit of respect. I've worked bloody hard this year, and for the last couple of years. You know, give me a little bit of respect.
All right. Well.
He's capable on his best game of handling it, but I don't think Taylor. I think Taylor will come out better than Lloyd. Lloyd didn't get the best of the first 8 legs there, so it made me point. He should have hit the ground faster than that. He wasn't averaging 120 after 4 legs like Taylor was, or 112. He was averaging about 94 till he hit his real mark, 97. I'm not suggesting he's not worthy world number one, but he is not yet Taylor-esque. He just isn't. He doesn't hit the ground hard enough. Made me point.
I just thought to myself, you know what it is, at that point, if you want a bad boy, just bring it on. Because there's no way that I'm going to let these people stop me from what I want to do. So if they want to shout against me, against whoever it is, let them do it. Because I'm ready for it.
Mr. Taylor and me are going to meet sometime, and I'm going to remember this. And he better bring his A game, because if he doesn't, I'm going to put him to bed.
Feel the flock!
Dave Chisnall playing really well this week, hitting a lot of big scores. Give us your thoughts on that final, because he did take you out of the World Championship a few years ago. Have to remind you.
Why? Why have you got to remind me?
Because people will talk about it a lot, that, you know, it was a classic game.
That is the worst question I've ever had in all my career. Why are you reminding me of something that happened, what, 3 or 4? I won the World Championship last year. Why don't you remind me about that one?
OK, you won the World Championship 16 times. But, you know, he's capable of giving you a real game up there.
So that's your question. He's capable of giving me a good game. Of course he is. He's beat me more than once. Rod, sorry, but you've flummoxed me there. You've really got me on the up. I've just won a semi-final. Got to the final, and you're telling me I lost.
Well, you played really well. You played really well. We're looking for a classic final, and I'm sure you'll deliver one.
I am annoyed with you there, Rod. Sorry, but I am. I think you're out of order.
Well done. We'll see you tomorrow in the final.
Phil Taylor, not his normal jovial self there. A little bit prickly.